Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Why the Hornets' future shines brighter than the Lakers. The LA Lakers are the most iconic franchise in the NBA. However, since winning the NBA Bubble Championship in 2020, they have only reached the Western Conference Finals once. In contrast, the Hornets have been glued to the bottom of the Eastern Conference outside of 2 years, finishing 10th in the play-in spots. These two franchises have polar opposition track records, but how do they stack up over the next 5 years? To start with, we have to consider LeBron James, 39, and Anthony Davis, 31, production and age. Even though LeBron continues to produce at a high level, he has acknowledged that retirement is approaching. If LeBron retires in the next 2 years, what will be left for the Lakers? Anthony Davis remains an all-star and one of the league's top defenders, but he's had a history of injuries and will be in his mid-30s soon. Beyond that, the Lakers face a significant drop-off in talent. In contrast, Charlotte boasts 2 promising young stars, LaMelo Ball, 22, and Brandon Miller, 21. As they gain more experience, both players are expected to improve significantly. While they might not reach the legendary status of LeBron or Davis, they have the potential to become multiple-time All-Stars. Additionally, Charlotte's third and fourth best players, Mark Williams and Miles Bridges, seem to be a notable upgrade over the Lakers' other options. With Russell likely to be traded in the next year, the Lakers' best options for a third player after next season will be either Austin Reeves, Dalton Knecht, or Rui Hachimura. That's not a good place to be in. Upgrading LA's roster will be challenging, given that they have only 5 first-round and 5 second-round picks over the next 7 years. In comparison, Charlotte has 9 first-round and 12 second-round picks. This gives the Hornets a significant edge for making future roster improvements. The Lakers hold a significant advantage in free agency thanks to the appeal of the LA market and the cap flexibility they'll have once LeBron retires. Conversely, the Hornets are less likely to attract major free agents to Charlotte and will likely focus on drafting and trading to build their team. Free agency isn't a guaranteed solution, as more players are signing extensions and fewer are hitting the open market. The Lakers know this challenge well. Between 2013 and 2017, they searched for a new star and struggled, failing to win more than 27 games for 4 straight seasons. Finally, the Western Conference remains more competitive than the Eastern Conference, with roughly 10 teams having better future prospects in terms of talent, draft picks, and financial flexibility. The Hornets already seem to be ahead of teams like Brooklyn, Washington, Chicago, and Detroit. They also have the potential to surpass Toronto, Atlanta, and even an aging, asset-poor Milwaukee. While the Hornets' path to contention is challenging, it appears to be less daunting than the Lakers' path. Lakers finalized J.J. Redick's coaching staff for 2024-25 season. The Los Angeles Lakers have officially announced additions to their coaching staff alongside head coach J.J. Redick. Among the newly signed group are former head coaches Scott Brooks and Nate McMillan alongside Greg St. Jean, Lindsey Harding, Bob Bayer and Bo Levesque. Additionally, the Lakers have added Michael Wexler as head video coordinator. Through an intentional and thorough process, we've brought together an experienced, diverse, and dedicated coaching staff, Redick said in a press release. Our goal from day one is about fostering a high-performing environment of player development and team alignment through relentless work, daily collaboration, and innovation. Players and staff are here to enjoy the pursuit of excellence every time they step on the court. The expectations are clear, and my staff and I are committed to doing everything we need to do to ensure success at the highest level. Brooks, 58, has 12 years of experience as a head coach in the NBA. He was the head coach of nearly the entire Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, James Harden era with the Oklahoma City Thunder. He spent 7 seasons leading the Thunder, making it to an NBA Finals in 2011 and making the playoffs in 5 of 7 years. He was then let go and joined the Washington Wizards as head coach during the height of John Wall and Bradley Beal's tenures. He was the head coach of the Wizards for 5 seasons, making the postseason 3 times. He has a career record of 521 to 414.557 as a head coach in the NBA. He most recently spent the last 3 seasons as an assistant for the Portland Trail Blazers. McMillan was a head coach for 19 NBA seasons. He spent 5 years as the head coach of the Seattle Supersonics from 2000 to 2005, making the postseason twice. He then went to the Trail Blazers, where he led the way for nearly 7 seasons, making the playoffs 3 times and getting fired in the middle of his 7th campaign. He took a couple years away from head coaching before returning to the top of the bench with the Indiana Pacers for 4 seasons. He lost in the first round all 4 years before being let go and getting immediately hired by the Atlanta Hawks. He helped orchestrate the Hawks' run to the conference finals in 2021 and was let go midway through his 3rd season. Lakers trade proposal swaps D'Angelo Russell for $94.5 million sharpshooter. The trade buzz surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers isn't nearly as loud as it was just 1 month ago, though that could change if LA focuses its efforts on targets playing for a specific team. Anthony Irwin of Lakers Daily reported on Monday, August 5, that the Brooklyn Nets are one of 2 teams potentially willing to take on D'Angelo Russell's contract in a trade with LA. He also identified both Cameron Jhonson and Dorian Finney-Smith as among the Lakers' primary targets this summer. Toronto and Brooklyn are more open to acquiring the 9-year veteran, but more for his expiring contract than for what he'd do on the court, Irwin wrote. Irwin also noted Bruce Brown of the Raptors as a player of interest in Los Angeles, though the Nets have 2 pieces for the Lakers to choose from and Jhonson is far and away the most intriguing prospect of the 3. The Nets are bona fide sellers after shipping Mikal Bridges to the New York Knicks and are clearly aiming to bottom out over the next couple years, each of which not so coincidentally include heavily talented NBA draft classes. Russell is set to earn approximately $18.7 million in 2024-25, while Jhonson will make just over $23.6 million next season as part of a 4-year agreement worth $94.5 million total. Sean Devaney of Heavy suggested last month that the Lakers might consider targeting Jhonson if free agency didn't pan out for them. He added that because Jhonson is a good player, though not a star, Los Angeles might be able to pull off the deal without surrendering either of its tradable first-round picks, 2029, 2031. The Lakers would have to persuade the Nets that taking back Russell and last year's first-round pick, Jalen Hood-Schifino, would be enough of a return for Jhonson, whose lengthy injury history dings his value, Devaney wrote on July 3. Los Angeles also has 21-year-old shooting guard Max Christie on its books for the next 4 years at $32 million total, who they could include in a move ahead of next year's February 6 trade deadline. However, the Lakers have indicated a belief in Christie's future by signing him to that contract and may not want to ship him out. Jhonson is 6'8" and has averaged between 12.5 to 15.5 points per game in each of his past 3 campaigns. He also boasts a career mark of 39.2% from behind the three-point line on 5.7 attempts per contest and has eclipsed 40% shooting from downtown in 2 of the past 3 seasons, according to Basketball Reference. The stretch forward possesses the combination of length and shooting necessary to make him a perfect fit with the Lakers' offense captained by LeBron James, particularly in lineups in which Anthony Davis plays center. Jhonson, 28, has a wingspan of 6'10" and posted a defensive rating of 117.2 last season, just 1.1 points worse than the league average of 116.1. However, Jhonson was an above-average defender in each of the past 3 seasons when playing with the benefits of a quality roster around him as a member of the Phoenix Suns. Davis was a first-team All-Defense honoree in 2023-24 and James has shown, even heading into his age 40 season, that he can turn up the defensive intensity in big regular season moments as well as the playoffs. Jhonson's length allows him to guard multiple positions, and should he land in LA, a reasonable chance exists that his defensive performance vaults back into the above-average range. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Cam Jhonson? Leave your opinion in the comments.